Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Good Woo. This is the weekend woo. So we pulled Crow, and our plant ally is Dandelion for this weekend. So let's talk about Crow. If you followed Seeking the Sacred Earth and you guys followed Totem Tuesday, you may have an idea of what this totem represents for us. But for those of you just joining me on the Good Woo, let me get into this. So Crow represents the law, the cosmic law, like gravity and the law of what separates the dimensions. It's spiritual and physical law, but it only represents this because it bends the law. It bends the physical. It bends time. Crow lives in multiple dimensions at once. Now, what's interesting about this, pulling this card right now, we're sort of in a very numinous state where it's like, what day is this? What month is this? It's April now, but like, what does that mean? And when are we getting out of quarantine and all of this of what is time and how time can bend and we can bend time and time bends on us. And that idea of the mercurial nature of time. Well, Crow is the shapeshifter. It is encompassing past, present, and future. And when we pull the card and it's upright like this, it says to us, how are you using your time? The law of time. This makes me think about the fact that when we slow down, all the internal material that we have not processed or looked at comes up. When we slow down, that's when the old memories come up. The PTSD awakens. We start having really intense dreams. This is a lot of what friends and clients, fans and followers are sharing with me right now, is this state of a lot coming up because we've all slowed down. I really think that that is the purpose of this time. And if you can lean into that, Crow medicine is going to be really helpful. Because Crow says, use the time, the law of time, to create the future that you want. And some ways that we can do that is to really look at the past. In this time where we've given space to really contemplate and go within, ruminate, to really think about how you want to live your life now as you look on the past. And as a collective, we're doing that. We're saying, like, the old world, if we were in this place where everything is shut down and broken down so fast, clearly the structures in our society were not strong enough. So what are we going to create on the other side of this? So I love that we pulled Crow. Crow really talks about also like your intention, the power of your intention to create that future, and that intention is based in integrity, that the intention is pure. Because if it's pure, you're going to be able to manifest it quickly now in this time. This is a time of time becoming a tool now. Whereas before it was just a structure, now it's becoming a tool. And we know through quantum physics and those brilliant physicists who are proving that there's really no such thing as time, that it really is about the observer's perspective of past, present, and future. So then when we pull Dandelion as our plant ally along with the Crow, Dandelion, humans consider it a weed, but the truth is it is an incredibly powerful medicinal plant. The dandelion cleanses our liver, cleanses the lymphatic system. Its greens are incredibly nourishing and cleansing. And then if you look, it has like these 3 stages in its life where we see it as the green, then we see it as the beautiful dandelion that we blow. And when we, as children or adults, I still do it, when you blow upon the dandelion, you're sending your hope, your dream, your wish out into the ether. So when it comes to Crow, Crow is saying, create the future you want. Clear out all the pain and trauma of the past to really get clear and focused on what you want in the future. And dandelion too, it's the plant of manifestation. It's saying, yes, now manifest what it is you want to see now. We toss it off as a weed, but the fact is it's an incredibly powerful plant and its roots are strong. That's why we see them every spring, because they don't die. Their roots keep them alive. There's strength, there's perseverance in this plant. And then with its beautiful bloom, the yellow flower of the dandelion that we see in the grass around us, so simple, so pure, and the color yellow is a symbol of our solar plexus chakra, right? And if you follow my videos, you know that our solar plexus center is our internal sun. It's that center of power and drive, our will. Oftentimes we talk about our gut instinct. So this weekend, it's really about paying attention to the gut, the feelings you're having as they're coming up in this time of stasis, in this pause moment, in this moment of surrender. Letting the old stuff come up so you can clear it out, so that you can be that shapeshifter to say, that was the old me, that was the old life. I'm going to manifest the new. And there is something about the dandelion, the simplicity of this plant that we consider a weed that is actually a great healer. And also like a shape-shifting energy there, that we call it a weed, and yet, people who have liver disease with dandelion alone can have great recovery. The simplicity that we're manifesting, we're coming back to the simple life. We're coming back to the purity of the simple things. This is an important time right now that we do embrace that things got really complicated really fast, and all of a sudden the stop button was hit. And we need to pay attention to that and start thinking about, okay, what are our values going into the future? And keeping it simple, right? Just keep it simple, because then we can build something strong. Like that taproot of the dandelion, which is so strong. If our intention is pure, filled with integrity, and based in the simple purity of the basics of life, we are going to be able to build a new world that fulfills the sense of drive and will. And that sun, that idea of light and fortification and happiness and joy. So that's what this weekend, it's really going to be up for it. As we go through this quarantine and the days are kind of all the same, then the weekend comes and you're like, well, what's the difference here? Well, this weekend is really giving us an opportunity as we ask those questions to think about when all of this starts working again, when we go back to work and we go back into society. And for those of you who are working now, God bless you. And may you stay healthy, strong, and safe. But for those of us who are on the other side of this and who are really taking this time, this weekend is an opportunity to really think about what you're going to create. And even start creating that now. As we ramp up to the full moon that's on the other side of this weekend, you want to really get clear about what you want and what it's going to take. And to keep redefining, clarifying. Dandelion is a plant that cleanses, detoxifies. We're being called to detoxify ourselves from the past pain, the past trauma, the past adrenaline response that we were also addicted to. So also the liver is where we hold our anger, and dandelion is a tonic for the liver. So this is also saying like some anger may need to be moving through the body. There's nothing wrong with anger. It's how we express it. How are we going to use it to propel us into creating this new life? How are we going to use the anger to help us shapeshift out of that past identity into something that's more aligned with who we truly are? So this was the weekend woo. I'm also going to be doing the weekly woo, and I think that's going to be on Mondays. So thank you so much for viewing. If you're interested in a personal session, head to thegoodwoo.org, look at the services menu, or you can email me at info@thegoodwoo.org. Yes, there is a sliding scale since we're all going through this financial transformation. I'm here for you for that. Please, if you enjoyed this, send this to people that you think have eyes to see and ears to hear this kind of message. Have a wonderful weekend, you guys.